It's the Toronto Thunderbirds taking on the Chicago Blues.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? What? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They'll set up a throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And on now is the punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now back to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off at the 46. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 58 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. He'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Back to throw.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys in great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 64 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
Now a dump off here complete, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw.
They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. 2nd and 4.
On play action, they'll throw. From the left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Thunderbirds go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Well, the drive starts with a completion left side. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Second and 5. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Back to throw now on first down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
2nd and 15.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 21. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And he'll give it here to his running back.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
yeah.
Backside guys,
nah.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Now a handoff looking right. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
And to give this time to the tailback.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now they try the right side here. Gets by him at the 25. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Thunderbirds are able to widen their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
7 yards, the pickup there. Now a handoff here to his running back. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This from 54 yards away. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot. You know, maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
Now we'll throw here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And to give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Hands it off out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Thunderbirds continue to pull away here in this first half. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, But this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. So that drive in total 8 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second down and inches. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
They'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And the 10-year bet knocks it through the goalpost, and that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the Cowboys who get the...
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster in the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Finds a seam inside the 40. And down right around the 37.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
A lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Blues are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now a throw here, hauled in. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now here's a throw that's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. They go play action here on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. He'll try again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Thunderbirds are able to add on to that lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Chicago offense set to get started.
They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now they try the right side here. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
71 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And his pass, incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Now a handoff looking right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Going to give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
2nd and 2.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This is 3rd and 8. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Down to the 25. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And as a result, possession switches hands. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Flushed out right. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And now a hook up downfield on second down. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he powers his way up past the 30. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative type game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said, we got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for the home team here, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.